Job done. So nice job there. We all know that Lucas is a stud. We'll call him a stud muffin. He's doing great. Pete Bowman got it done. And last night, we had our New England Pool and Billiards Hall of Fame ceremony. And that was a nice treat. Had our 4 inductees. We had Mr. Frankie Hernandez of New York. We had Pistol Pete Freitas from New Bedford, Massachusetts. We had Pete Brown coming from Vernon, Connecticut. He's the owner over there at Rax. And, of course, Mr. Tom McGonigal. And that was a nice treat that we had. Some amendments to the event for that ceremony last night as well. Got to enjoy some live music, courtesy of Mr. Lenny Lashley and Jake Frezza. And let me tell you, friends, if you weren't here for that, you missed out. It really was awesome. They just crushed it. And what can I say? I mean, I'm going to ask those boys to come back. I mean, that was really a special treat. We also had one of our inductees do a little music. We had Tom McGonigal singing on the microphone. That was definitely not something I was expecting, but I think the crowd here definitely appreciated it. And it was a little bit of fun added on top. Sensing a little frustration here from Dave McConnell. Dave's definitely an emotional player, in my opinion. He's also extremely talented, and if he's able to kind of laser focus that ability that he has, I mean, he is absolutely dangerous. And I can see that he's got his emotions in there right now, just a little bit, maybe a little frustration. He lost a tough match earlier on table number 2. And I believe it's against the gentleman right on the neighboring table there, Nick Coppola. I think that's who he played, pretty sure. But that was a 9-7 loss, really tight. And I know Dave took that one a little bit hard, but he's a fighter in every sense of the word. Wayne Burba says the ring game was good. Yeah, glad you enjoyed that. Obviously, it was way better if you were in the room, but if you did get to watch it, I'm sure it was also pretty cool to watch that. Lucas Fracasso-Werner won the ring game. In the ring game, we had Frankie Hernandez, Lucas Fracasso-Werner. We had Suad Kantarovich. We had Pete Bowman and Alex Bausch. That was a star-studded lineup. And Lucas won. He had 4 chips remaining out of 10 when all players were eliminated. So it wasn't necessarily a blowout, but I mean, he had 4 chips left. He was definitely getting the outs done. I want to ask everyone to hit that share button. Let everybody enjoy the matches that are still to come. Don't forget, this is a 2-day event. So this is just day 1. We've got some matches going to come at you all night, and then we're going to continue with our top finishers tomorrow and conclude the event. One of our top seeds, of course, Mr. Lucas Fracasso-Werner. He's the on-paper favorite, but we all know that that doesn't always work out that way. But, of course, Lucas is the favorite in the event. He's the highest-rated player and somehow the most decorated, I believe. He's coming off of a really big win down in Louisiana with the Buffalo's Pro Classic 9-ball, and he had to face Mr. Tony Chohan in the finals. Beat him 9-3. That was a really good, big win for Lucas. I mean, Lucas has played against the best, and he's beaten the best many times before. But I really do think that this was a special victory for Lucas. So I think he's got an added bit of confidence there. And we wish him nothing but the best. A lot of the New England area players and spectators, enthusiasts alike, are really behind Lucas. He's kind of the next hope for pool in our area. Really happy to see him getting the job done and traveling a bit and really just getting in the mix with some of these players that, perhaps in the past seemed a little out of his league. But he is definitely getting the job done these days, so again, congratulations to him. Now, these boys here, McConnell and McNew, really just kind of putting back and forth a bit here. Not seeing any real domination, and you see a great combination shot there from Dave McConnell. As I mentioned earlier, he really is just a super, super talented player. And I think that if he can just, find a way to laser focus his abilities, I mean, he's just a really dangerous player. He knows all the shots, and he's got a massive stroke. I think he wanted to hit that one just a little bit more full off that rail into the 7 to get behind it for that top left corner pocket. Comes up just a little shy of that mark, but he's still in a decent position here. Missing the combination there. Little haste with the get down there. Little bit of haste. Shawn McNew going to get added opportunity here. He's got a pretty simple situation here. Not really too much that he needs to do special here. Just pocket the ball and play the speed for the 9 ball. And he does not play the speed. Ends up going for the corner there. And I don't believe that was his intention. I think he wanted to play for the side pocket, the left side pocket. But, I mean, he's got a decent shot here. He should be able to make this. Kind of spun that one. Kind of a weird timing there. I don't think he really had his timing programmed properly when he executed there. Dave McConnell looking like he's playing a trick shot there. Doesn't make it happen. Hits the point. It's a little fortunate. We can see the angle that he has on this 9 ball, and it's not really the best. I mean, he could cut the ball straight down the rail. That's definitely a possibility. And he cuts it thin, and it falls. Nice shot there from Shawn McNew. I want to remind everybody that we do have some prizes up for grabs for those of you that are able to donate to the live stream. And we've got 4 draws that we're going to do. This is going to be done after the conclusion of the event. We're going to do that on Monday. And draw number 1 will be for your choice of autographed Aramith Pro Cup measle balls. We have a nice selection of players that you can choose from. Got 2 $50 gift cards to thegamblerscloset.com. Get some gambling gear, action-provoking attire. Give away a couple of those, and we also have autographed artwork from Mr. Kevin Baccio. And as far as the autographed cue balls go, we do have a nice selection there. The one pictured in that graphic is Moritz Neuhausen, the German phenom. If you guys are German player fans, that is one of the best right there. Winning some top quality events as of late. See Joseph William. He says, greetings from Germany, originally from Rhode Island. Well, I hope you're doing well out there. Ironic, we were just talking about a German player, Mr. Moritz Neuhausen, on that list. And don't quote me on this, but I believe we have Victor Zielinski, we have Tyler Steyer, and I think there may be one other player to choose from as far as autographed cue balls go. But if you do win that, I'll give you the rundown of which balls we have and which ones you can choose from. See Dave really trying to maintain that composure. Tends to get a little ahead of himself on some of these situations here. See the room very active. Lots of recognizable players around the room. See on the top left of your screen there, you see Dr. Bob Medenjian torturing somebody's life over there. He's such a grinder, Dr. Bob. Shawn McNew with a nice cut there on the 5. A little distance on this 6 ball. Probably going to see him play a bit of a stroke here. Try to draw back up table a bit for that 7. Just needs to get about second diamond. 2 diamonds away from that top rail would be okay. I mean, if he gets all the way to the top rail, great, but... And he kind of got most of the way there. I still think this is doable. It's going to be a little bit more tricky. He's going to have to go up and down with the cue ball now. Cue ball's going to hit that short rail where the 7's located, and then come back down table. Going to go right off the rail, right next to the 9 ball, and then back up for the 8 ball in that bottom corner. That's the stroke we need to see, and he hit that not even close to hard enough. He needed to really push through that shot all the way, and he kind of hesitated like a deceleration there, and as a result, he's going to see Dave McConnell banking for safety, but leaves the shot. See Dave struggling just a bit in this matchup, and we know that when your opponent is struggling a bit and you're not struggling, your game will actually elevate at times and you'll perform better. And again, if you haven't already done so, please hit that share button. Now, scratches right into the corner. Now, according to the Joss Tour rules, which is what we're playing here, Dave has to shoot this. He has to. If Shawn McNew gave that 9 ball to him and just decided to get the balls and rack them, Dave actually wins 2 games. They just want to make sure that no one's trying to pull any moves in that way, which is why they have that rule. And again, if you are able to donate, these are the prizes that we're giving away. We're going to do 4 drawings, and your donations go right into the production of the events and help us to continue to give you free pool live streaming. If you guys aren't familiar with me, you know that I want that to be the case forever and ever. Always free. I never want to charge. But if you do watch and you enjoy what you see, be sure to help support the cause to continue that. Little hesitation here from Shawn McNew. Shawn's got a bit of an unorthodox style when he needs to stroke the ball, but it seems like it works for him. Little tricky. It looks like he's going to be able to play 1 rail shape for the 3 ball. It really depends on what he's comfortable with. The comfort shot is to stroke this in, maybe just a little bit of bottom. Joseph William, no sir, he is not in the tournament. And he played it somewhat natural. I like that. That wasn't bad at all. Now, natural shape here, he would have to play this to the top corner. I think the side pocket is a simpler shot, but the cue ball's heading away from the 4. So this is where you have to make those key decisions and know what you're capable of. Yeah, he kind of just fired at that. And Mr. McConnell now with another opportunity, hoping to take the lead there. Got a bit of a gift in that last game. 3-1 versus 2-2 is a big difference. However, Dave was kind of just getting the favor he paid to himself, as he did the same thing for Mr. McNew in a sense in that first game. Dave was out there cleaning racks and cleaning the table up, and Shawn kind of got there at the end of it to collect. Don't forget, we're at Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. If you are local, you can come on down. There's plenty of pool to see. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of action later on. Got 15 9-foot gold crowns like the one you see here. This is our feature table, table number 1. And we do have the New England Pool and Billiards Hall of Fame located right here in the main tournament room at Snookers. See the walls covered with history, and over the years there's quite a few names up there, and you just get to see some history with the photos and little blurbs about the players and their history, even some tournament results. It's really nice to see. So if you haven't experienced that, come on down, check it out. We're at 53 Ashburton Street, Providence, Rhode Island. McNew looking for a one-rail kick. Doesn't get it even off the second rail. Doesn't judge that one correctly. Now Mr. McConnell going to make some decisions here. He's just going to play a one-rail type of position, kind of come through the center of the table, hug close to the 6-ball. Now, he was trying to go all the way around the table there. But again, just a little bit of a mishit there, a bit of haste getting down on the shot, and that was a recipe for this odd position here. Now you see that unreal talent that Dave McConnell possesses, and again, if he can laser focus that, he's unreal. Going to have one more strong positional shot to get him in a position to win this game and take the lead. Needs to get up there a little further. All right, so this is a bit tricky. He may try to play this with some inside English and stay up there. It's going to float over to the right side of the table. It's exactly what he did, and he played that very well. That's a tricky shot. You don't see a lot of, top players play shots like that. They'll usually just float the ball in and let the ball ride. They'll go more rail position just to not play a shot with that type of extreme English. But, I mean, boy, is that effective if you can control that. Nice shot from Dave McConnell. Again, if you're just joining us, we're at the 14th annual New England Pool and Billiards Hall of Fame 9-ball event. We're here at Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. I am Mike DeMarco from Ship to Cash, and we're looking at a B-side match, one lost side, round 3, and we're racing to 7 here, 3-2 for Dave McConnell currently. And I don't want to say either player has really shown something just yet. I don't think they're completely in touch with the table's particulars just yet. I think they're playing just about equal here. Shawn looking like a more deliberate player versus Dave's kind of quick connect, fast and loose style. But you can tell Shawn McNew has some game here. Not sure what he's thinking on this one here. Oh, he's going to play it straight to the corner and draw. Yeah, if I were to speak with Shawn McNew, I would give him some insight on what I've seen so far. It's just as far as the timing of his shot goes, like he kind of gets the rocking motion going and then just kind of lets it go. And I think that he could just work on the timing of the stroke just a little bit better, and that would give him a better result. You can tell he knows what he's looking for and where he's looking to go, how he wants to connect to this, the shots. But it looks like anytime he needs to put some stroke on it, he's kind of messing it up a little bit with that timing. And Dave McConnell tried to play that inside English type shot again on the 3-ball to hold for the 4, and does not make the 3. Shawn looking like defense behind the 4 here. Thin hit. And he gets there. Count to 12. This ball's already going to be struck. And Dave does not waste any time when shooting. And is he going to get a reward here? Not quite. Shawn can see this 3-ball. Now, if he can pinch this, I still think he's going to run into the 5-ball trying to draw. I'm going to find out what exactly he can do in just a second. Let's see how he approaches this one here. Really nice shot there. Avoids the traffic. And he does end up with just a bit of an angle here. I want to say he wanted to go just one more rotation higher to have a natural line to the 5, but I think he's actually pretty good here regardless. You see him doing that kind of momentum type of swing that he has when he needs to stroke the ball, and you see the result. Not really a simple solution here. I mean, he can cut the 5-ball into that bottom left corner. He's going to stroke this. He's going to go one rail, off that right long rail, slide back over. And he's going to miss the 5-ball there. He could have played that in a two-way manner to bank it. If he wasn't confident with the cut, he could have banked that above where the 8-ball is there to that top left corner and left the cue ball downtown for the 7, with the 8-ball as a blocker. And Dave McConnell still kind of struggling right now. Yeah, our good friend Mr. Pete Bowman on the neighboring table having some fun. Playing Nick Capola. Both boys really kind of struggling right now. I think Dave's going to get so frustrated he just hits like God mode and just starts, one stroke and everything right in the heart of the pocket. That's kind of his forte at times. He just kind of closes his eyes and watches everything go in. Almost hooks himself. I think he's got enough here. Even if he has to elevate just slightly, I still like him to make this. Going to be shooting down on the ball on the bottom left side of the ball. Throws the ball slightly. Is he saying he fouled? Oh, yeah, he did foul. He did. 9-ball did move. That's really unfortunate there. Let's see if he uses that rail for position or if he just goes straight. Yeah, see, in that situation, when you've got ball in hand especially, he played the speed correct to get in line for a straight shot on the 9, but it would have been a lot more comfortable here if he wasn't against the rail. And to avoid that, you can really just play one rail position, make sure that you come off the rail deliberately. If he got himself frozen on the rail, that might have been a detrimental mistake, and he might have missed the 9-ball. Dave McConnell racking the balls for Mr. McNew. See Will Ailey in the chat there. Will had a nice, tight match earlier today. He played Mr. Snooker's Ray Mack. Lost that one 9-7 to Ray Mack. But boy, that was a tight one. That was a good match. Will's playing pretty good. See what Dave can do here. Dry break is usually going to give the other player a massive advantage. Almost like the world is waiting. Now Dave is always out there, fast-paced, just like, the tournament is not going to wait for Dave. Dave is waiting for the tournament. Now, what did he do there? You can see he's got something going on, Mr. McConnell, and that's frustrating, even from the sidelines to see that. You come out to have a good time and something's bugging you, and you're just not able to compete or at least perform what you're capable of and what you're normally doing and having a good time. So it's a little unfortunate. All right, Shawn McNew looking to draw this one. Is that okay? Looking for defense, but he's not going to get it. And I'm not going to say that that's a sellout either, though, because there's not really a ton that Dave can do here. I think the smart shot is trying to look for a defensive shot to get that cue ball right behind that 7-9. Dave says, I'm going to bank the 6 and get right under the 7. You see the style and speed that Dave likes to play at. See our neighboring match there. Pete Bowman with a dry break. Really strong attempt there from Shawn McNew, attempting to kick at that 7 ball. Just a bit too much spin. It opened up and went just a bit high. Cue ball's going to come right across the center of the table here, over to the left long rail. He's looking for position on the 8 ball for the bottom right. He doesn't really draw it enough. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He can still make the shot, but he's going to bump the 9 ball. And if he doesn't brush it just right, that could be trouble. Just like that. He's going to fire a bank here. No chance he doesn't. Just like that. Dave McConnell saying, come on. Give me something harder than that. Give me something harder than that. Come on. What is this? Alex, no, I didn't see any. I didn't see any bracket pictures. I didn't post any, but I'll go do that when this match is over. I can go post a picture of the bracket. Of course, the Joss Tour has their paper chart. Mike Zuglin says, we're keeping it old school, and you're going to deal with it. And if you don't like it, tough cookies. Ty Speedwell, what's up, my man? He says Dave is in his own head right now. Yeah, you can see he's got some frustration going on. I don't know what's really causing it. I talked to him a little earlier, and he was just like generally frustrated, with how his previous match went, or just pool in general, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I love Dave. I think he's a great guy, and I do think he's got a lot of talent. I think that he just needs to kind of relax a bit and find a way to just allow himself to do what he knows how to do. I think that's advice we can all take from there. Missed kick there from Shawn McNew. Dave McConnell going to take advantage here. Don't blink. If he drew the map already, this isn't going to take too long. Looking okay here. One rail shape for the 4. He hit that pretty good. Looking for one rail position here. He's going to go off that bottom short rail, float right back above the 5 ball. Doesn't want to get straight in on it, though. He needs an angle to get over for the 6. A little bit of a stroke here. Just a bit. And he gets a little straight here. He can still make it over. Dave was trying to go 2 rails forward under the 6, I believe. But again, just rushing that one just a bit. Not really getting comfortable before executing. You got it, Alex. I'll do that. I'll tag you in it because you're the only champ that ain't here. honestly, Alex, we're talking about Alex Bausch, Connecticut player. Alex, a lot of players were like, where the heck is Alex? Like, why is he not here? He's supposed to come here and crack the field. What is he doing? And I'm like, hey, man, he had some stuff to do, so give him a break, will you? Like, it was almost like they're like, why isn't Alex here to drill me? But seriously, though, I want to say like maybe 4 different people asked me that today. Because I think they saw you last night playing in the ring game, so they just assumed that you'd be here. Pete Genovese, how you doing, my man? I know you're out there clobbering folks on the table. Keep up the good work. Dave, going to focus a bit here. Back and forth with the cue ball. Speed's going to be a little heavy. He might bank this. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see the 6 ball blending in with the cloth there. I thought he was going under the 7 there. But no, he's okay here. Going to have to hit this a little firm. Yeah, I'm feeling for Dave right now. All right, Shawn McNew looking to clean up the scraps here. 7, 8, 9. We were playing on table number 1 here, and it is just a bit tighter than the other tables in the room. So these types of shots can rattle sometimes. I don't even want to call that a rattle. That was just a miss. He actually threw the ball to the left side of the pocket there. You could see how it reacted. Dave McConnell looking like he's going to go 5-3 up right now, despite his frustrations thus far. And again, folks, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please help support free streaming. Got some autographed Aramith Pro Cup measle balls. And again, I believe we have Victor Zielinski, Tyler Steyer, Moritz Neuhausen, and maybe some other players there too. But again, it's your choice of what we have. If you're the winner there, 2 drawings for Gambler's Closet gift cards. Go check that out, thegamblerscloset.com. And also, we've got an autographed painting from the artist, Mr. Kevin Baccio. He's got all kinds of good pieces there, but we're going to give one of those away as well. Cohen Medeiros, how we doing, sir? Alvin Lamb says, step it up, Mike. I'm trying, bro. What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do here, sir? You just tell me. You tell me. You guys can step it up, too. Hit that share button, please. Let everybody get in here and watch these matches. Hope you're all enjoying your Saturday afternoon. Always a good time down here at Snookers. So again, if you are local, if you're around the area, come down, hang out for a little while, watch some good pool, maybe bet a little something on the side. And again, I am positive there's going to be some action here later because some of the players that are here are just too close to not, make something happen. You could tell like they just kind of want something to go down. Don Hunter, what's up, my man? Shawn McNew taking a lap around the table here, just trying to plan his lines. It looks like he's on the wrong side of this ball. I don't know. It almost looks like he can cheat it enough to go forward, but he might hit it with a super stroke and come all the way around. Yeah, I think he was trying to get himself for this combination 5-9. Doesn't make it there, but he's still going to swing at it. Might be able to get his cue ball uptown. Safe built in here. Call me crazy, but Dave might make a 9-ball combination here. He's that kind of guy that'll just hit you with this God stroke shot, and you're like, what the heck just happened? If he's not feeling like he wants to run out, he might just play the combo. He fires the ball right in and comes around for the 6. Look at that shot. Just a touch of draw here. He just kind of wants to stay right where he is. Cue ball come off the rail maybe 6 inches. Just like that. Very well executed. Dave McConnell looking like he's got a little bit more of a pep in his step right now. He's up 5-3. This would put him on the hill. I do think that he's feeling a little bit better as he's getting closer to the end of this match. And again, 2 shots away right now from getting to the hill, meaning he will only need 1 more game. 2 rails and out, I would say. Just like that. Deep breath. Fire the ball in. And put yourself on the hill, Mr. McConnell. And he does. Pow, right in the kisser. Cohen, yeah, come on down. Come down and hang. Danny Pavo's down here. We got some of the Fall River boys. Yeah, we'll give you a quick pan. I don't normally do this, but give you a quick pan of our room over here. There's a lot of people out in the dining room. I mean, that rail was full when I came in. But keep in mind, it is a nice day out there. Patio was looking pretty good. Dave, a little heavy with that one. You got it, Cohen. I'll see you in a bit, brother. Yeah, there's still plenty of people here, plenty of matches to be played, so. And I'm pretty sure we just got a result on our neighboring table. Looks like Pete Bowman is going to take that one over Nick Coppola. Nick missed that 9-ball, and then Pete didn't even shoot, so. One would think that that means a victory for the guy that didn't miss. Don Hunter in the chat says Dave is getting it. I agree. And Shawn's had some massive opportunities. And, one of the last few balls missing is usually going to mean death. Especially playing a player like Dave McConnell. He's not going to give back 3 open shots. I mean, that's a rarity, so. Let's see if Shawn can make something happen here. I hit that one off of 3 rails the hard way. Daniel Tenuto says, Dave has awoken. Agreed. How about that kick right there? Is he serious? Of course he is. And he gets the hook. Personally, I think I might say this one. But the players are going to jump this. He looks like he's looking at a kick shot here. 9-ball's not blocking a ton here. I mean, in any case, you could do either. Oh, no. He's going to give him perfect position. All right, Dave McConnell on the horse, on the hill. Breaks open the 4-ball. And he's off to the races. Look at the pep in his step right now. You can see the demeanor has changed drastically since the beginning of this match here. You can see that. Getting a little reminiscent of those earlier games right now with that exchange, but boy, it is a bit different. Sorry, folks, I had a visitor at the door, and I don't want to leave you hanging here. So we're just going to finish this matchup here, and then we're going to see what our visitor wants to talk about. Sure, it's all good stuff. Not sure where our players went. What just happened here? Oh, looks like Dave McConnell is just taking a minute. I see Shawn McNew through the window of the booth here. Right, Dave washing his hands and making sure he's ready to rock and roll and just close this match out. More often than not, if something is bugging you and you do not address it immediately, it's going to bite you. You could be up, hill nothing, and you got to pee or something, or you feel like there's something on your hands, and you don't wait. You can't wait. You have to make it happen right away. And you can totally give a match back if you have that little thing on your brain and you don't address that immediately. So I think that's why Dave took that break right then. Jennifer LeBlanc says, do it to it, Dave McConnell. We are watching you. Jennifer, was nice to meet you the other night. Jennifer came up and played in the Wednesday night action 9-ball tournament here at Snookers. Good time there. You cracked some fools also. Jack Duransky, how you been, my man? Hope everything is well with you. Shawn McNew swinging with the home run hit on the 4, but does not get it done. Dave McConnell looking at 5 balls for victory here in continuation of his tournament life. You got to remember, when you're playing on an A-side match, winner's side, there is another chance. In a B-side match, if you don't win, you go home. Well, I mean, you don't have to go home, but you're done. No more competition for you on that day. You're done for the day. And that's a big deal. Sometimes that bothers a player, knowing that they're going to have to get out of there. Like, hey, I'm done. This is it. Sometimes that's something tough to battle, mentally. All right, 2 shots away. Can he execute here? He gets that done. You know what? I'm giving him the 9-ball here. I know he's making this. Dave McConnell doesn't miss this shot.